Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have created one of the component for the add employee, right? So here I have created one of the component and also I load this component. And for this component, I have defined one of the URL. So here I have created one of the URL route for this one. So that will be as a store employee, right? So now in our create, that means here I load one of the components. So I have created one of the folder as a employee folder. Into the employee folder, I have created one of the component as a create view. So now friend, I want to customize it, right? So now here we have to customize it first, and then from here I want to insert that data into our database. So for doing this, first of all, I want to design this component. So right now I just copy everything from our register. I just simply copy it. So from our auth and the register view, I just simply copy everything from here in our create. Here I just simply paste it. Okay. So now there is a method, so I don't need this method. I will create this method later. So I just simply remove it, and I have already discussed about that things with you. That is our data, and also there is a created will be needed because it should be checked that user is logging it or not, and then it should be pushed that user to the home. Okay, so I have already discussed about that things with you. So right now that is our register. So now I want to change it. I just name it as a add employee. Okay, so I just simply name it as a add employee. So now if you click on the save all, I just click on the save all, check out our compiler, they have no error. Now I just refresh it. So now here you can see it's now redirected to the home. Because of all here in our created method, we have to update it. Like in our created method here you can see I defined that it will be redirected to our home when this user will be logged in. So here I want to change that condition when this user not logged in. Okay, here I want to define that things to our home directory, that means our home route. So I just simply define if this user is not logged in, then it push that user to our home directory. Okay, so right now we can actually access this page. So now let's check this out. I just click on the save all, check out our compile. Yeah, it's perfect, they have no error. Now I want to refresh it. And now if you go to that employee and the add employee, yeah, you can see our register page is now perfectly loaded. That means here I created one of the component as a add component. So that is our store employee. So now it's perfectly loaded. So now friend, here I want to customize it. Okay, that means for the add employee, whatever the field you want to insert, then you can insert it in particular that area. So right now for our add employee, I want to define some of the field. Like here I want to define as employee name. Okay, name will be needed, and also I want to define that email, and then phone, whatever if the field you want. So I just want to define as a employee phone, employee salary, address. Okay, salary, address, photo. Okay, I just simply define the photo, and then NID. And then if you want to add it, that's employee joining date. Okay, joining underscore date. Okay, so this type of one of the field I want to take. So like as a name, email, phone, salary, address, photo, NID, and the joining date. Perfect. So that's will be enough. So all that field we have to add in our create, right? So right now we don't need this. I just simply remove it. Welcome blade, the notify also we don't need this. So here we have to work in particular that area. Okay, so now here we have to also define all that our field, right? So we have to designing it fast. So here that is our add employee, and they have also one of the forms. So form also will be needed, and after that is our form group. So I want to do like here I want to distinguish two of this. Like first of all I want to make the things as a full void. So that is the full void. I just simply define as a call 12. Okay, I just make the things as a 12, and then 12 I also make that as a 12. Okay, I just define as a call XL12, LZ12, and the MD12. Now let's check this out. I just click on the save all. Sorry, they have also one of the file, so better I just click on the save. So now I just simply refresh it. Yeah, now you can see that is actually now full white. So I want to actually distinguish two of this part. Like that means here I want to define the two row, then it will be better. I want to define that form row for this one. So for doing this, like that is our form group. There is a form, then form group, and after that form group here I want to take one of the another div. Better I define as a div. So here I want to define the div one of the class. So I just simply define as a form row class. Okay, form and then row. So I just simply define as a form row class. And into the form row class here, I want to take one of the another div as a call 6. So I just simply define as a div, and then for this div I want to take one of the class. I just simply define the class as a call md6. Okay, so I just simply define as a call md6. So if you already know a little bit the Bootstrap, then I think you already know about it. So right now I'm using it, and in particular that position I want to define our this input field. Okay, so I just simply copy that or cut it from here, and in our this md5, that means the md6, here I want to paste it. That will be our one part. And also I want to take another md6, so I just simply copy it. Okay, I just simply copy it, and after that here I want to take another one. So I just simply take another one for the md6. Now that is our div is ended, form row is ended on here, and then our form group is ended on here. Okay, so now let's check this out. If you click on the save all, sorry, that is the field. Okay, so better I just click on the save, and now I want to refresh it. So that is the same position. Maybe our class is missing. Call md6, call md6. You can see I just define as a form, so it should be as a form actually. Okay, so it should be as a form, form, form row. So now let's check this out. I just click on the save. Okay, I just click on the save, and now refresh it. Yeah, perfect, friend. That's the things I want to do. So here I define one of the form group, and I just simply define with this our form row. So that's our call 6, and that is also our call 6. And for the both of these, I just make the things as a call 12, right? So here I put the things as a call 12, and then I just simply distinguish that things with our form group, and then our form row 1, and then I take another one as a call md6. So that is our another one. Perfect. So now I want to update it. Like here there is the name will be needed, so I just simply name it. So that is our form name as a name, and then this one, for this one I just name this as an email. Okay, so I just simply define that name as email, and type will be as email, and here I define our placeholder as enter your email. So I just simply define as enter your email. Okay, I just simply defining it. And also I want to take our this form group again. So better I minimize it. So that our total form group, I just simply copy that form group. Right now there is another one, so we don't need this. Okay, I just remove that form group from here. There is a password, I also don't need this. There is our another form group, so that is our another form group. I also don't need this. I just simply remove it. Okay, because here I want to make the things as per our own. So friend, right now I want to copy again our this form group, and now I want to take another one, and here I want to define that placeholder. So it should be as a enter your address. Okay, I just name it as a enter your address, and for the address I want to create one of the field as the address. I just simply copy it, and now I just simply define that as the address. Okay, and also there is a salary will be needed, so I just simply define that salary. That means here it will be salary, enter your salary. So this type of one of the placeholder. So now let's check this out. If you click on the save, so now if you open it, refresh it, yeah, you can see that is actually the enter your address, enter your salary. And then I also want to take another our form group. So better I just copy that form group, and after that I want to take another one. So here I also want to take all that our joining date. That means there is actually the joining date and also the NID, right? So I just simply define both of these. Like I just simply copy the joining date, and that joining date will be visible on here. So here we have to define our form and the joining date. I just simply define the joining date, and here I define our placeholder, enter your joining date. So I just simply define as a joining and then date. So I don't need this because that is actually the placeholder, right? And for the joining date here I want to change the type. So here I name it as a date. Okay, I just simply define that as a date. This type will be as a date type. Perfect. And after that, that is our NID. So I just simply want to take that NID, copy it, and let's name it as a NID and enter your NID. So I just make the things as a capital letter for better looking. I just simply define as NID. Okay, and then NID will be as a text type, so I just simply define as a text, so that will be as a text type. Perfect. So here also I define that as a text type. Okay, so that is our salary will be text type, that is will be address will be text type. Perfect. Okay, so then our another one, date format, I just simply define the joining date and the NID date. So there the rest of this we have to add that photo and the phone number, right? So now first of all I want to add that photo. Better I want to copy it. Okay, I just simply copy it, and now here I paste it. So now here for the phone I want to make the things with 1. So right now we don't need this. I only want to display our phone, and here the type will be as a text type, and also for the phone I want to define another field name as a phone. I just simply copy it, and now I just simply define as a form phone. So it should be display as a enter your phone number. So I just simply define as a phone and the number. So I just simply define as a phone number. Okay, perfect. And also I want to take another one for display our image. So here also we have to display our another field as a photo, right? So now I want to do that work. So for doing this, better I want to go to our theme, and into the theme if you open our index, because here there should be some of the file upload system. Like if you go to that form, and into the form here you can see there is all that layout, that is the image. Where is actually the image function? So you can see there is actually the browse image. So that is a browse image option. So right now I want to take that things from here, that is our form.html, right? So now go to here, that means the form.html. So here there is a form.html. I open it with the sublink text editor, and here I have to go our this position, that means the choose file. That is our basic form. I just copy it. So that is our basic form. I just search it with our basic form. Okay, and into the basic form here you can see that is actually the input file. There is submit. So that is the in our basic form. Into the basic form there, after the password there is actually the choose file option, right? So go to that basic form again. So that is the basic form, and here that is our input, the remember me, the choose file. Here you can see that is actually the dev, right? So now I just want to take that part, that means the custom file. Into the custom file here you can see there is an input file type. I just with the copy with the level I just simply copy it. Okay, the input file type I just simply copy it, and now in our create, so that is our input. So right now I just remove it. For the images here I just simply paste it. Okay, so I just simply paste it. It should be as the input type, will be as a file, and then they have also class, and they have also one of the ID, and then there is a level. So into the level I just simply define same as a choose file. Perfect. Now let's check this out. I just click on the save. Okay, I just save this our create file. So now open it, go to our project, refresh it. Yeah, you can see that is our enter your full name, enter your email, address, salary, and that is our date format. So I just simply define the type as a date type, enter your NID, and there is a phone number, and also there is a choose image. And into the image options, like if you want to do this type of work, if you choose any image from here, okay, automatically this email will be visible in particular that position. You can also do that work. Better that is in our this position, that means in our call 6 here I want to display it. Okay, so right now if you want to display it, we have to actually work with some of the JavaScript. So I will do that things for you. So I just simply define as image src. So right now I just simply define that our name. So I just simply define as a and form, our field name will be as a photo. Okay, so I just simply define as a form photo, and here I define some of the style. I define some of the style, and for the image height and wide we have to define. So I just simply define as the height will be as a 40 pixel, and also for the wide I just simply define as a 40 pixel. So I just simply define as a 40 pixel. Perfect. So that means whatever the image you will upload, it should be loaded on here. I just click on the save. So I just click on the save again. So now if you refresh it, Okay, now you can see they have some of the images. So whatever the image you will put, so whatever the image you will choose, automatically this image will be visible in particular that area. So that's the things I want to do. And after that, that will be our submit form. So here I want to do, after that, that is our submit. So I just simply define as a submit form and type will be as a submit. Perfect. So also there is another one. Like this one. So right now we don't need this. I want to remove it. So I just simply remove it from here. Click on the save all. Again, you can see I just click on the save because they have also one of the file I want. That is the file. That file I don't want to save it for the reasons here. I just click on the save. Now refresh. Yeah, now you can see there is a submit. Perfect. So here our form is now ready, friend. I think it's pretty much good looking. And also here, if you want to display some of the button, like if you want to go back for our next page, then you can also add that button. So if you want to add it like on our top here, after this div here, I want to take one of the another div. So I just simply define another div and define the div class and define the div class as a row. Okay, and here I want to define one of the link. So now I want to use our router link, right? So I just simply define as a router and then link. So here I want to define router link 2 will be our that position. So also we have to finish it. So here we have to finish our router link, router and the link. Okay, so I just simply finish it. So that is our router link. Perfect. So for the router link here, I want to define one of the class. So because here I want to define one of the button actually. Okay, I just simply define one of the button. So if you want to display some of the button as a btn, I want to define as a primary. Okay, btn primary, and here I define that button name as all employee. So I just simply define that name as all employee. So this type of one of the button I want to display, and for this button I have to also define our routes. So here we have to defining it. So right now I didn't create any route for our index. That means it should be redirected to our index component, right? So laterally I will do that work. So now if you click on the save, and now if you refresh it, yeah, perfect. Now you can see there is also one of the button as a all employee. So from the add page, if you want to redirect it to our all employee page, then you can choose that things from here. Perfect. So friend, we successfully complete our design portion, right? So here all that our fields. So right now I want to insert all the data from here, and also we have to create one of the database table for this one, and into this database table we have to insert all the data. Okay, so how can do that work? How can insert all the data from to the component page? In our next video I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.